All right, so I'm going to be using these cards, which are new to me, called Astrology for Lovers. And like I said, I haven't used them before, but they are really geared towards lovers and astrology. And that's why I'm going to use them for Sam and Brittany. And this first reading that I'm going to do is called Tell Me Now What's Going to Happen. And what you do is we're going to lay out three. We're going to follow their directions, they say. Cut the cards. Then do a little bit of a shuffle again. Okay. And now these three cards are Brittany. And these three cards are Sam. So the first card is Aries, the Ram. And when Aries, the Ram, is in a relationship, they are extremely loyal and steadfast. They do want to be the leader in the relationship. They do want to tell the other person what to do. But I think in this instance, the reason Brittany is coming up as Aries the Ram is because she really is just itching to move forward. She just can't wait to move forward with getting married, with trying to have a baby. And I'm sure that was the second call she made after just, telling Sam, hey, we won. The next call was, to a fertility clinic and help me figure out how to have another baby and get this IUD out of me. When they're in love, they're impulsive, they're passionate, they're eternal. You have to really work to turn off an Aries when they're in love with you. But this is the card. And it's just her energy right now is very fiery. She's a Sag anyway. She's a fire sign anyway. But, she's had to tamp everything down in the conservatorship. Then we have Libra, which I believe is her moon. And Libra can be a little needy at times. Libra can be wanting to be in a relationship just to stay in a relationship. They're real easy marks when it comes to flattery. And they want to be balanced, but they're not balanced. And so, they want harmony, and yet they may be in situations where they create disharmony. So Libra is also an air sign, so a meeting of the minds is really important for them. They have to have somebody that they can talk to, have conversations with, make plans with, and who will be nice to them in day-to-day life. And that's what's really, really important here. And then we have the Venus card. And the Venus card is love conquers all. You have to know what it is that you're trying to get. And she's trying to get a once-in-a-lifetime love relationship, better than all her other marriages. She wants a relationship that'll last for the rest of her life. She wants to grow old with Sam. Now Sam, we come up with some really interesting cards. We have the moon in the 9th house. So he wants to explore the world. Well, he was born in another country. I think he was born in Iran. I'm not quite sure. But he may, he will have felt a restlessness, an irritability with anything that was restrictive. So he also has a big Sagittarius emphasis right now. He's done with being, shut down or locked down with the conservatorship. He's done with that. He wants to be out and about. He wants Brittany to be his family. He wants to get married. He wants to take things to the next level. And so he right now is looking at all the ways in which they can explore the world together, and that's what he wants to do. The next card for Sam comes up Virgo. So he has his feet firmly planted on the ground. He understands that he's marrying a superstar. He understands that that might not be the easiest thing to do, but he's there to do it. And also it shows that he's of service. So Virgos do take a long time to make commitments, but once they make them, they're really, really there for the other person. So I really like that this combination of cards for him. And then we have the moon in the 8th house. So, moon in the 8th house. This means that you and your partner's joint resources are really important. It also means that you can be a little bit defensive, a little bit sharp and suspicious about the other person. But have you ever seen him express that? I think that might be something that the two of them are expressing right now because it's safe. Because now they don't have the conservatorship to worry about. There's no more listening devices in their house. There's no more worry that at any moment one of them could be taken away by the police. So they're not living in this police state anymore. So yes, they've been suspicious, they've been sensitive, they've had to be because of the situation of the conservatorship. And now I'm going to throw a couple of tarot cards. And I believe they have been together for at least 4 or 5 years. So, okay. That's the one. Okay. Okay. So the first card that comes up for him is the Lovers. Just like her. So I gotta say that yes, they are very deeply in love. They are very committed to one another. So this is extraordinary that these are all reversed. So does he really love her? Well, he's had to deal with a mother who's really, really manipulative and spiteful. He's had to heal from being stabbed in the back from so many people that he can't even count them anymore. He's had to heal through feelings of poverty, and he's very strong. This guy is very strong. He's had to put up with all of these things, and he's come through it. He's seen that the only decision that he has to make is to be true to Britney. That's all he has to do. He's seen her fortune drained away. He's seen her family turn on her and manipulate her. He's seen her fight like anything for what was hers and fail. He's seen the courts, the Hierophant, the courts, do things that were completely wrong against her. And he's seen now that the secrets have come out and that now the court is really working in the right way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a few more cards because this is just his reaction to things. I don't think we really got the love thing. So let's look at this. So does he love her? Will he marry her? 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 Okay, that's what I did, so that's what I'm going with. Okay, this one I know is upright. Huh. Well, let's read this in detail, the way we've read the other ones. So he sees her as a person who goes after the truth. He definitely sees that she's a truth teller and that she's strong. She's very strong in her beliefs. His thoughts are that with the conservatorship over, this is a good time for laying down their foundation of their life. That this is a good time for them to do this, that it's the right time. Subconsciously, it has been such a struggle for him. It has been so much work for him. And he has tried to take the burden off of Britney, but still, he's not even sure that he's strong enough to keep going in that way. So he's very glad that the conservatorship was ended. And in the past, the decisions that they've had to make have been heartbreaking. It's just been very, very difficult for them to figure all this out. Now, the Five of Pentacles, I can't imagine that that's really what's going on in their life, that they're having some hardships, but they are having hardships. And in 2022, they are going to be grappling so much with the money issues about Britney's estate. This is going to be difficult. Imagine Sam just going out to do a job. Like I saw him in a LL Bean catalog. So the poor guy is doing catalog work. He used to be doing stuff on TV and in movies. And now he's doing catalog print work as a model. I mean, LL Bean is a pretty high-paying gig, I'm sure. But still, he has to worry about his own safety as well as Britney's when he's going out and working. And now let's look at the challenge, the way he sees himself, how others see him, his hopes and fears, and the final outcome. Oh, very good. Okay, good. I'm glad I switched decks. It's very interesting. So the challenge for him is that he has to make sure, and I'm sorry I didn't show you these cards. So this was the Princess of Swords. This is Britney. She's the Princess of Truth. This is the Four of Swords. This is their foundation for life. This is the Ten of Swords. This is the big burden that he's had to carry, and that he's so glad he doesn't have to carry quite as much now. This is the Two of Swords. This is the heartbreaking decisions they've had to make. And this is the threat to them of poverty, really, in 2022. Not that I think they're going to have to sell her house or anything, but it's just, you know, they're not doing as well as they would like to do. Okay, and then the challenge here is the Magician. So, do they have what it takes to make this wedding come off and whatever? Being the Magician, I think he's still taking on a lot of responsibility for Britney's problems. And yet, he's letting her live her life. He can only do so much. He sees himself as a person who should be able to just solve the problems. He should be able to just see what the problems are and solve them and make them go away for her. And so, in one sense, he kind of feels like he's failing at that. But in another sense, Britney knows that she can rely on him. And he loves that. He loves that she relies on him. What other people see is that, you know, they're always judging him. They're always judging him and thinking that he's cheating on her and that he's no good for her. And, you know, he can deal with that. As long as Britney trusts him, that's what really matters to him. His hopes and fears, well, that some other big, huge secret thing will come crawling out of the water and ruin everything. Like Britney, he's been scarred by this too. This has been very, very hard for him as well. And the final outcome is justice. I think the world eventually will see that, yes, he really does love her. They really are in love. They really are going to get married. And he probably can't wait for that. I think he's younger than her. He would love to have children, probably multiple children. I don't know if that's going to be possible for her or not, although very often when you deal with fertility drugs, not necessarily oh wait, no, that's not true. When you deal with IVF, which is maybe one of the routes that she might try, you get multiples, you get twins and triplets and stuff. So who knows? Although after giving birth to triplets in her 40s, I wonder how happy she would be to get back to dancing. But her body's strong because of all that dancing. She'd probably be fine. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to use the romance angels to get a little perspective on their relationship in general. What is Sam's participation in this relationship? And these cards I really can't do on screen. They're really hard to shuffle too. You can see the little tips of them, but they're falling everywhere. What is Sam's deal in the relationship? How is he feeling about stuff? I'm going to pull out 3 cards and okay, so we'll use that one. Aw, and that's perfect. Engagement. Yes, they are engaged. Your love is ascending to a higher commitment. Oh, that's so beautiful. What is that thing? It's like she has this like itty bitty towel or something over the top of that animal in the bottom of the card. Is it a cat? It's a cat or something. I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird in the picture. I think it's a cat. I'm not quite sure. Very weird. Okay, so engagement. That's one. And then let's pull out a couple of more. These fan, so-so. They're not beautiful. The fan doesn't come out beautiful. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's pull out another card here. Oh, flirt. They're able to flirt. They've had so much scrutiny that even flirting has been sort of verboten. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then let's get this one. You deserve love. You are lovable. That's great. And then let's see if they're going to actually get married in 2022. For this, I'm going to angel answers. So angel answers. And I'm just going to go like this and see what falls out. Okay. 2 cards fall out. These are great cards for her. For him. Woo! Anyway, it said big happy changes. I'll go pick that up and let go. Let go. So I think they've both been scarred from the conservatorship, and I think that they both need to recuperate from that. So I just want to show you that card. Big happy changes. Big. That's actually, you can't really see it very well in the, oh yes you can. It's a big angel with the light just shining out of her. That's big happy changes. Okay, so this, I asked, would they get married in 2022? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's going to take a little bit longer for them to actually have a wedding, but that's okay. We know that they're going to go for it. Let's just do one more angel answer card and just ask, are they ultimately going to get married? Oh, very interesting. So these are the 2 cards that fell out of the deck. The situation will improve and it's up to you. So I think that there's something that's still holding them back from getting married. And I'm not sure what it is, but it says the situation will improve. And this is a picture of an angel going up to, there we go, you can see her swimming with the dolphins. And it's up to you is again that pretty angel. Same one as the other card, but she's surrounded by angel wings and she's saying, it's up to you. So maybe Sam has said, yes, we should get married, but maybe he has some terms of his own that he wants in place before he actually ties the knot with Britney. Not that I think he doubts her love or doubts his, commitment, but I think that, that's just what's going on. We're just not going to get a yes, is the thing. So let's do the pendulum and see what it says. Will Britney and Sam Asghari get married? Yes, they will get married. Will they get married in 2022? It's kind of going in a circle, so that's a maybe, or I don't know. Will Britney get pregnant in 2022? Yes, she will get pregnant in 2022. Will she have twins or triplets? Yes. So there we go. That'll take care of it for Sam, because then he'll have more than one kid. Um, well, we'll just ask it just to get it on record. Does Sam Asghari really love Britney Spears? Oh, just still. Does Britney Spears really love Sam Asghari? No. Okay. Does Britney Spears really love Sam Asghari? There we go. There's a yes. Does Sam Asghari really love Britney Spears? Okay. So Sam and Britney really love each other. Has he ever been unfaithful to her when they were committed? No. Oh, big swing on that one. No, he's never been unfaithful to her. Why would you be? I mean, you got steak at home. Why would you go for hamburger? Um, okay, that's all I need to ask. Okay, so that's the reading on Britney Spears and Sam Asghari. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me comments down below. I hope this was a viewer, a subscriber, wrote in and asked me to do some more readings on Britney, so I did it with cards. I'm also going to look at Sam and Britney's chart and see if I can figure out when they're going to actually get married. And that's what I have for you guys, so please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.